Hey traders, what's up? This is a watch this video for Friday, May 1st. Can you believe it? I went out, finished April at highs for the year, all-time highs actually in my account. Today the market gapped down, really put in a narrow range, but a couple really nice trades, a few really nice trades. I saw late in the day. I noticed I was doing something else. Wayne made a great call on Apple at the end of the day too. But I'm going to share a couple with you because what good is they watch this video without throwing in a little education? Because a lot of people think day trading is guessing or it's luck or it's gambling. I'm going to show you right here how it's not, right? This is the daily chart, this little one superimposed of SM. Now you might have noticed this was on the watch list last night. It made a big move yesterday. There's the candle. So you might say, well, how in the heck are they going to trade that the next day? It's already made a big move. And that's astute. That's a great attitude to have. And my answer to that would be, I have no idea if I'm going to trade it or not. But I did trade it, and here's why. Gapped up a little bit, sold off. Then it bounced. So you've got this kind of little, these are 5-minute candles. You've got this little kind of cup and handle, and it topped out at exactly the half. You know we love half number and whole number inflection points. So it tops out at 350, and it's flagging right at 350. I love that. There's a big seller on the tape at 350. Yesterday's high, 376. I call that another potential catalyst just above. The beauty of this little tight flag, I can take it as that seller's getting taken out at 350, and my stop goes right below this flag. So I'm risking a dime. So sized up a little bit in this one, and it went, what are these? 5-minute candles. In 15 minutes, it went up to 425. That is a really nice percentage move, and that is an A-plus setup. You hear me talk about A-plus setups all the time? There's a perfect example. I have no idea. Like when I'm getting ready to go into the watch this video for what I'm going to be watching on Friday, I put stuff on charts. I have no idea if any of them are going to give an A-plus setup. But I get a lot of people that say, well, you had this on your watch list, but how do you trade them? I think there was maybe 10, 15 stocks on the watch list last night. I traded 2 of them. This was one. And this was another one, NAT. Remember this from the watch list video last night. Had this really big move, then a reversal day, and then another red day, pretty much down to the 8-day. So on an intraday basis now, this is the opening candle. So it actually gapped down. This is another setup that we teach in our trading course. Gap down, and right here, whole number inflection point again. The whole number 6. The high of day was 603. What happens? You catch shorts that are shorting the opening sell-off. You catch them. I'm already looking for a bounce in the stock anyway because of the daily chart, right? Strong stock, couple red days. I'm looking for a long. I'm looking for a bounce. I get a gap down. It makes me like it even more. It gaps down right around a whole number and comes back up as it takes out that whole number. High of day 3 cents above. Recent high flyer. Lighten up the new highs ticker after shorts pile in this morning. Look at that volume on that opening candle. Everybody who shorted here, wrong. They're red, right? Anyway, so pretty quickly from $6, pretty quickly to 650-ish. That's a pretty nice little gain on a $6 stock in pretty short period of time. Both of those that I just showed you, A-plus setups. Okay, so with that said, here's my list for tomorrow, and we will see if any of these give an A-plus setup. But that is exactly how I day trade. I start with these watch lists. I add gap plays in the morning to the list, and then I just wait for an A-plus setup. All right, that's how I have the equity curve that I have, because I don't trade unless and until, right? Unless and until I get an A-plus setup. So anyway, AVEO. Now, this has had a two-day move, so I feel a little silly even having this on watch. I mean, if I take out today's candle, you could call it yesterday, hey, nice little breakout, right? Nice little breakout of this 1-month range, whatever it was. Should have had it on watch coming into today. I didn't. I didn't even notice it until all of a sudden it halted right here, volatility halt, then came back up. Matter of fact, Wayne called this long right here through 7, and we got to move to 780 before it rolled over. There's another example of a stock we didn't have on watch, but it got our attention once it got the volatility halt. Then it comes out of the halt, chops around, and Wayne calls the second mouse through 7. Love that. I took that trade with him. So there's an example of an A-plus setup we didn't even have on watch. So anyway, back to the chart. I don't love this because it's already had a big 2-day move, but because that big volume day today, and it closed still, I don't know, above the middle of its range on the day. To me, this could still give another A-plus setup tomorrow. We don't know, but we will have it on a chart. CAPR had the big day and then gapped down today in kind of a quiet inside day. So we're going to watch that for a possible 3rd day play. IFRX, let me zoom in. I mean, this This is a really, I didn't even realize the chart had this big gap down here. Let me get that out of there so we can kind of see the setup better. So IFRX just a big rip today from 6 all the way through 7, took out the recent highs before settling in right around 7. Definitely want to watch that for a continuation play. And, you know, this one might have some shorts caught. It gapped up here, sold off, tried to retest this high, sold off again. Next thing you know, in one fell swoop to the upside, we're back to new highs. So this might have a nice continuation day. Definitely want to watch that. APDN got a nice volume spike today, but closed well off its highs. I do want to watch it. THMO, crazy move today. Just a crazy move. This one halted a couple, 2, 3, 4 times, I don't know, on the volatility halts. But it's crazy strong. And again, it might have another green day tomorrow, preferably with, well, the only way I'll take it is with a proper intraday setup. So deserves to be on a chart, in my opinion. Lower volume stock, MTP, nice little pop today. Definitely want to watch that one. VXRT, recent high flyer, really strong, but now you got 3 days in a row down right into that, what we call the buy zone between the 8 and the 20-day moving average. So that one is set up for a possible bounce tomorrow. PSTI, very similar, right? Recent high flyer, 4 days in a row down right into that buy zone. Definitely want to watch that for a bounce. XOG, this is a lot of the low-priced oil and gas plays are starting to kind of make some little quiet moves. So this one actually has a really, really nice setup. You had this spike back here to $1. Then about, what, 4 or 5 sessions ago, it topped out at 66 cents. And today, it opened and topped out at 60 cents. Tomorrow, if the oil plays get going, I love this over 60 cents, knowing that it's got a 66-cent possible catalyst, you know, that maybe you get through that then. We talk about stacked catalysts all the time. We get through 60, maybe we take out this 66 and start making our way up and didn't challenge this dollar, whatever it hit back here, 98 cents. So I like that chart setup a lot, but only with oil plays moving, right? MARK, big volume day today, gapped up, sold off, but then ended up closing pretty close to its high. So we're going to watch that for a possible break of today's high tomorrow. CREX, C-R-E-X, huge move, red day, and then today gapped down a little, but a fairly strong move intraday before settling kind of well off its highs, but definitely goes on long watch tomorrow. And then lastly, Gene, this is not a pretty chart, but in after hours, as I'm talking right now, it's trading at 245. My assumption is it had some kind of news after hours, so a potential gap and go tomorrow. We'll see in the morning if it's still gapping up. If it is, it goes on our gap playlist, and we'll keep an eye on it for an A+ setup. Great teamwork today. Let's have more of the same tomorrow for the first day of May, and I will see everybody in the morning in the chat room.